Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Varsami and I'm a Shamanic Astrologer. Today I will be sharing with you astrological information about the upcoming full moon that is happening in the energy of Capricorn on the 21st or 22nd of June, depending on your time zone. So this is a very charged full moon because it happens straight after the summer solstice. So the summer solstice is on the 20th of June. So this is really like when we have the summer solstice, when the energies, let's say the earth is very, very charged with energy. And it's also a time where our ancestors were always use these times of the year to perform ceremonies, to connect with their gods, with the planets, with all these perform all of these rituals, etc. So this is a very special full moon because if you remember in my previous video when we started this cycle, because every new moon and full moon create like a cycle. So the new moon that we had literally 2 weeks ago was a big opening, was a lot of energy coming through, and this full moon, it might feel actually of the opposite energies, kind of like contraction, restriction. Is really, really, I wouldn't say exactly the opposite, but it's super like very, very different energy. So if you feel like really open and like let's do it, opportunity, like energy, and like this one is like, but why now is something stopping me? And this is all that is about what is actually stopping you. So before I continue, if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to my channel so I can continue making these videos for you guys. So why I'm talking about restriction? Because first of all, as I said, is a full moon in Capricorn, and what is the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. So every time the ruler of the full moon or of a new moon event is the planet that gives the main energy of these days, of this day, because it's not only the day that is happening, it's around, like, affects more days than that, even weeks and months in some cases, depends on the alignment of the strong alignments. So it's Saturn, and Saturn is the main karmic planet we have. It's the planet that connects with restriction, with limitation. It's also the planet that connects with our belief system. That's why they connect it also with the crown chakra. Saturn connects with the crown chakra, which is all about the belief system. So this is the ruler and is in Pisces. So Pisces energy is a lot about our spirituality, spiritual nature, is a lot about imagination, is a lot about healing, also a very emotional and sensitive energy, is a water sign. And now what happens on the other side, let's say, in the other side of the chart with this full moon? I will connect the dots in a bit. So we have the full moon that is happening exactly in the first degree of Capricorn. So this is very interesting because it's like a full moon is always like a closing of a cycle, right? Not kind of a closure, but more like when we release, we let go. So having a full moon in the first degree of a sign, which is always a beginning when we have something in the first sign, it's very interesting. So I feel this full moon is going to be a beginning for in terms of our mind, of our beliefs, and we're going to be letting go so many things. So of course after this full moon is going to be a beginning, because this is how we create our reality, right? Depending on our mind and what we think we can create, what we believe. So opposite to this full moon in Capricorn, we have the sun, because always the moon and the sun are opposites on the chart. They're in opposite positions. So next to the sun, we have the sun conjuncting Mercury and Venus. So Mercury is the planet that rules our mind, is how we speak, how we communicate, and Venus is the goddess, a prosperity planet, has to do a lot with our feminine energy, finances, love, relationships. It's actually a really, really amazing planet. So these three are in conjunction, and three of them are doing opposition. They're in opposition with, I'm just mixing, I'm making a new word, with the moon. So what does that mean? So this talks a lot about restriction plus Saturn. I started this video with talking about Saturn. So it's a lot about contraction and restriction. And I will not lie to you, as I never do on these readings. It's a difficult one. It has very, very difficult aspects. It's got only difficult aspects, the moon, and also is ruled by the Saturn. So it's like, yes. So the moon does this opposition with all these planets, wants us to we wanted to create a new world. You remember in the previous new moon, we want to create something different, expand ourselves, like have new opportunities. And now we have to see how we are restricting ourselves, how we're limiting ourselves, especially when it comes to work, to business, to money, to long-term plans, to how we're structuring our life, how we're taking responsibility of our life, because this is Capricorn energy and this is also Saturnal energy. So this is the theme. And then this opposition with Mercury and Venus, it's a lot about our programs, our beliefs, how. And let's say also, because the important thing here is also that the sun is in first degree of Cancer, because they're always in the same degree of the opposite sign when we have the full moon, right? And then also Mercury and Venus are in the energy of Cancer. What is Cancer energy? Is emotional, sensitive energy, and also has to do a lot with the past. The side of Cancer is the past, the traumas, the wounds. It can also be connected very much with the things from our childhood and all these things. So this is an amazing time for us to also to master our emotions. And I can say from my personal life, so many things. I want to do so many things, and because I'm so emotional in general, I just go into the emotional like roller coaster and I don't do anything. And this is exactly what this full moon doesn't want us to do. So we have to master our emotions. We have to let go of the past and let go of all these memories, because Cancer is connected with the memories of the past. All these memories, all the things that we lived, and when we want to create something new, we cannot think, oh, I'm afraid to do this because in the past, you know what happened to me? This, that happened to me, so I'm afraid the same will happen again. But we cannot continue the same way. We have to try new things. We have to expand our horizons, and this is what about this moon cycle is about. So this is a lot of reflect also about, as I said, about childhood, and a lot of things, our beliefs, our main program comes from zero, yes, from 0 to 7 years old. This is when we get the main programs from our family, mostly because that's with the people that take care of us. We spend most of our time. So this full moon, because of Capricorn energy and Cancer energy, helps us to also cleanse lots of these beliefs from our childhood, from our early education. And a lot of these, I give you an example, can be, oh, to make lots of money, you have to work hard. And tell me if anybody didn't hear this. This is like the main thing we hear. Or in terms to be successful in life, you have to study in the university, you have to have good degrees, all these kind of beliefs, and there are millions of them. So this full moon comes to break all of this, and for each of us, whatever is that is limiting us to follow this dream, this new horizon, we want to follow this dream, we want to perceive anything we want to create. So another aspect that the moon does is squaring Neptune. This is also a difficult aspect. A square is a blockage, is a contraction, and Neptune is the planet of the dream world of spirituality. And the side of Neptune now, because it's a square, is about a lot about confusion and illusion. So this also full moon helps us a lot to see some illusion that we might have regarding certain things, and sometimes can be some really heavy programs we carry right from childhood that they're not allowing us to see further than this point. We think always, oh, I can only do until this point, because I always done that until this point, and everybody I know done this until this point. So how you're asking me now to go further is not possible. And of course, we are so influenced also by our environment. That's why myself, I always live in places where there is community, where there's people that I can also seek support, or I can have like-minded people to talk about, and people that are creating a better life for themselves and for the world. This is so important, especially when you're breaking this cage of your limitations, to really have this. But also, if you don't have it, it's absolutely fine, because progressively you will meet these people, and we are a lot. We're a lot of these. We are a lot. So be sure about this. So yeah, it's a lot about. You might feel also confused. You might don't want to know what's your next steps, long-term plan goals, and all this. How to structure your work, your strategy, all this kind of stuff. And this is absolutely normal because of the moon squaring Neptune. So overall, as I said, is a moon that does so difficult aspects. Opposition is actually the most harsh thing we can have, plus the square, and also ruled by Saturn. And actually, Saturn doesn't do any aspects under this full moon, which is, we are grateful, because if also Saturn will do some difficult aspects, it will be really heavy. So a lot of belief work in general, letting go of our past traumas that keep us stuck in the repeated cycles, and also, oops, I shouldn't do that at the mic. And also the emotions. So be aware of how your emotions are ruling your life. Instead of that, just start being aware of them, so you can be like, no, so many times, for example, let's say I want to go for a run, because this is for me my struggle, right, to commit in that. So let's say I'm going for a run, and it's my emotions be like, oh, but you're sad now, you better just have the chocolate and chill on the sofa. Oh, maybe you do this, that. I was like, no, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm giving this simple example, but can be even procrastination in, like, in many, like, also more important, like, things than going for a run in your life. Like, literally, can be procrastination in creating your dream because of the emotions and all this holding back. So there is no holding back, and we are learning to be bold and to face the challenges that are starting from within us. So whatever is that we are limiting ourselves to go through into this new cycle, we are here now to face it. And also with Saturn in Pisces, we have lots of support to understand the karmic lessons, the karmic cycles we are going through, and break through and move on in our life. So that's all I want to share with you. Also, I forgot to share, actually, I told you in the previous video, I think not in the previous, maybe 2 videos ago, that I was preparing an online course. I was coming to prepare a completely different course, and I came up with a new idea. This idea actually came to me in February, but I was rejecting it. But I finally managed to create this course, and it's going to be starting on the 5th of July. It's a 3-month course, and it's called Moon Magic Course. Until now, I've been for years I've been working with Moon Magic mentorship, one-to-one with people, and I'm using actually the same technique. So we will be doing meditations and some homework for you. So I'm so looking forward to it. This is like a dream of mine I had, like, for so long. And yeah, it's going to be more information down in the description. I don't want to share now too much. And also, please feel free to follow me on my social media, on Instagram and on Facebook, because there I will be posting more about the program and how and you can learn more about it. But in all cases, if you want to sign up and read everything, you can go down in the description. And we're going to be working with 3 moon cycles. Yes. And bye for now, and have a beautiful, beautiful full moon in Capricorn, and see you soon. Bye.